Well, we're here at the Shrewsbury Sports Village. I'm joined by Nick Jones and Adam. Welcome, Adam, to the show. And we're here to find out about Shrewsbury Town Football Club's scholars who are learning a bit about life skills and, of course, wealth management, Nick. So here we are. How did you get involved in this?
Thanks, Chris. So I've been a trustee for quite a while now, the Shrewsbury Town Foundation, and Natalie, the head of player care, got in touch and said, we need to know, we're a bit worried about the knowledge of the scholars and their preparedness for real life, for growing up, for having money to manage, be that in football or elsewhere. So they're aged 16 to 18, they're in the academy programme, they come from all over the UK, some are living with host families and they've given budgets and it's all alien to them. So it's quite important timing, really.
One of the things that we obviously talk about on the show many times is about doing things as early as possible, whether it's sorting out pensions, making savings. So I guess they've left school, they're coming into this, it is an alien world, they're just starting out, their parents have probably given them pocket money and now they're standing on their own 2 feet.
Yeah, absolutely massive. And there isn't enough financial education in schools. Adam will know more and he'll probably tell you more in a moment, but we're aware nationally that there isn't a general level of awareness which is enough. So people do need to learn more. It's not on curriculums, there's more of a focus on it now, but St James's Place nationally have a curriculum that we can work to. There are modules that can be shared and delivered by people who are qualified, and Adam's one of those. So it's really helpful to be able to do that, and as a firm we love giving back, but it's how we can really make a difference, and the feedback from the guys has been brilliant. We've just done the second session.
And Adam, so you're a new member of the team?
Absolutely, yeah. So I was fortunate to join the practice back in October. My previous career was actually in teaching, so as soon as I heard about this opportunity, it was a no-brainer for me to kind of use my expertise from my previous career, but also use my newfound expertise as a financial advisor. My experience from teaching is that while financial education is on the curriculum, it's very minimalistic. So having this opportunity to kind of share that expertise and make sure we can pass on that knowledge has been a real privilege.
As you said, this is the second session, so coming in from fresh and doing that first session, what knowledge did they have at the beginning?
The honesty that we got from the academies was brilliant, actually. They were very honest about how they do struggle to manage financially, they struggle with savings, some of their spending habits probably they'd like to improve on considerably. So they have asked some inquisitive questions, and Nick and I have managed to kind of mould the sessions to meet their needs, and we've also made sure that we're available if they have any further questions as well.
So Nick, how long are we doing these sessions for? What's the plan?
The plan was the community, the foundation, wanted us to help in some way. We've got hour-long modules and we've got a number of those that we can work to, and it's down to availability. So we've just finished this session now. They've gone off training with the first team. Some of the academy guys are actually in the first team now at Shrewsbury. If you follow the team, you'll know this. They're on the bench if not playing, and recently we've had some real success with the academy guys being fully fledged members of the team. So they're very important to the future of the club. If we can have a demonstration that we care about them as a club and that we care about their well-being and the mental well-being and their ability to cope in the real world, it's going to help more parents send more kids through this route, as well as looking after the ones that are here. So it's fantastic. But as far as the number of sessions, it's open-ended. We're here and we've gone through the first 2 of 8 modules, but that might be it. That might be enough, because we covered a lot of ground in the first one, and as Adam said, there was a lot of conversation that came around spending habits and actually thinking about what you spend. Most people never think about it.
No.
And these guys now have told us that since the last session they've started thinking about it, and that can help them save. And they're not on massive wages. In the future they might be, but if they can get in the habits of saving a little percentage each time, then that's going to build up, and it's great habits to have formed.
And so Adam's joined your team then recently.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Well, Adam's come through our academy programme as a non-industry advisor. He's now going through the qualifications, did another exam yesterday, wait to hear till March for the result for that one. But we've got a number of younger guys coming through because we're all getting a bit older. We've talked about a 100-year business before, so for the directors and the more experienced advisors, it's important to have people coming through to be the directors of the future. And Adam's got a really bright future ahead of him.
So Adam, you said you were in teaching before, so is this a bit of a career change for you then?
It is in one aspect, but equally I've been able to transfer those skills over to financial advice. I'm sure Nick will agree, a lot of what we do for the people that we service is a lot to do with education. We like to teach people about their financial circumstances, but also how they can manage their money better as well. So it has been a significant transition, but one that's also come with its perks as well.
Brilliant, Nick. So we're in January.
Yep.
Financially, how are things looking?
There's been a little perk recently. The FTSE 100 is almost at the all-time high, which was last in May 2018. So we almost got there, and then it's dropped back a little bit. But most people in portfolios that are spread, there's generally good signs around. I think you say we've just passed Christmas. I'm thinking we're nearly in spring, and you know the bulbs that have been planted previously are now coming through. So that's hopefully going to be seen in a recovery of valuations. But most people, the best thing to do is have a chat with an advisor who's qualified. Don't talk to the guy in the bar. Don't believe somebody that's a friend who's always got it wrong, and you still take their advice. Please seek somebody who's qualified and authorised. We see some horror stories still. So there are good advisors in and around Shropshire. Find one and use them.
And also, we've talked about before, you know, even today on my breakfast show on the radio, I was talking about finances and the doom and gloom and the outlook and the Chancellor and what's going on. But you kind of have to put that to one side sometimes.
Massively. My mindset is not about the doom and gloom. It's about what's positive. If you want to find gloom, you'll find it. Absolutely, 100%. It's really easy. Pick up a paper, listen to the news, watch Sky, do whatever. But that can easily cloud your mind, cloud your judgment that it's always going to be raining. It's not always going to be raining. It might be now, but it's not going to be raining. And we can go back inside. You can take action if you need to, but actually, are your plans still the same? Do you still need that spread of investments? Is it still going to help you achieve your long-term goals? If the answer is yes, sit with it. Don't make a knee-jerk reaction and then regret it. Short term, you'll be comfortable. Longer term, you'll look back and think, why the heck did I do that? So have the plan, stick to it. Things will get better, and they already look like they are.
Brilliant news. Well, listen, Nick, Adam, thank you very much for joining us here at Shrewsbury Sports Village. It's been great to have a chat.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I'm with Natalie now, Head of Player Care at Shrewsbury Town Football Club's Academy. Natalie, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So this is a great new scheme then that you've just started doing. And first of all, though, what is the role of player care?
Player care is looking after the welfare of players on a day-to-day basis, so looking after the players when they come off the pitch, so any concerns they may have, whether that might be moving to a new area, maybe it's to do with wealth management, whether it's to do with day-to-day operations of how they're going to get to training. So my role is to look out for the players, you know, and sometimes they may be homesick, so moving away from home is looking after a multitude of things holistically.
And when we say players, these are young players, aren't they? They're just starting out and hopefully what's going to be a successful career for themselves.
Absolutely. It's an elite environment, so it's tough. So they need someone like myself to sort of bounce ideas off and just to have a conversation about life off the pitch.
Now we're here at Shrewsbury Sports Village, which is one of the places where they're studying today. We've just seen them previously. And Nick's come in and he's helping with wealth management and teaching them about finances and looking after your money and also thinking of the future, I guess.
Absolutely. Now, my strategy is all about life skills, so bringing in life skills to the players. So bringing Nick in today is fantastic because he's in there now teaching them how to manage their money, understanding mortgages, ISAs, and more basic how to save. So it's, you know, our lads, our players, they're you know, learning to drive. They have, you know, ideas that they want to go on holiday. It might be buy a new car, pay for driving lessons. So their disposable income is so important to them. So it's having the knowledge and the skills to go with that.
Well, it is skills, isn't it? Because it's life skills. You know, we start out, we're young, we've just left school or left college, and you're not managing your money properly. And then it's not until you're older you realise, actually, I should have done that earlier on, maybe. And I guess that's what they're learning.
Absolutely. In school, it sets you up for life. But I think once you're a professional athlete or in an elite environment like this, you have a number of other factors that come into the mix. You're in a new area, you want to go out with new groups of friends, whether that's bowling, whether that's, you know, just meeting at the local cinema, and they're having to deal with all of these aspects of professionalism without their parents' support, so on a day-to-day basis. So this is great.
Now, you're working in the role of player care, and in your time of doing this, have you seen things like this benefit the players overall?
Absolutely, because players can really just after last week's session with Nick, they've learned so much. So already they're putting things into practice. Like maybe they were going out for a coffee. I won't name the names of the big chains, but players then, as a result of that, are spending a lot of their disposable income. So there's ways and means of saving and not doing that on a daily basis. And actually, if they want to put those funds into a pot for a nice holiday with a family or with a girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever that might be, then that's available.
Brilliant. Well, Natalie, thank you for chatting to us, and I'm sure this is going to be a roaring success.
Thank you very much.